Praises to the Most High Yahweh, by Shem, Yahushai, double honors to the elders and apostles of James rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Now, this guy here, Alex Keynes, this guy, duppied himself. He killed himself because, according to, look at him, definitely a Evite. According to, Robin Hood, he had 750,000 pounds in debt. I'll just read a little bit of the article. 20-year-old Alex Keynes took his own life last June, mistakenly believing he'd lost nearly 750,000 in a risky bet on Robinhood, the stock trading app where he started trading as a teenager. His parents filed a lawsuit first obtained by CBS News on Monday, accusing Robinhood of wrongful death, negligent infliction of emotional distress, and unfair business practices. Now, the scriptures talk about how one people shall be stronger than the other, and this is just basically just demonstrating once again that he's made of weak stuff. Because it says I've seen servants upon horses. So even though he's exalted in this society, he's basically still a servant. He thinks like a weak man, which is why Lot said, no, it was Job that said, I wouldn't set him with the flocks of my dog, because this man is a base man. He thinks like a base man, and his foundation is not spiritual. It's just all based on materialism. If you go to this is First Solomon. This is chapter 1, verse 12. Seek not death in the error of your life, and pour not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands. For Yahweh made not death, neither have he pleasure in destruction of the living. Now, this man didn't take that to heart. As soon as he found he was 750k in debt, he killed himself. His parents, Dan and Dorothy Keynes, said they had a full house last year after the pandemic brought their son Alex home early from college. To be honest, it was a really joyful household, which just shows you how psychopathic he is, because he seems happy on the outside, but, as soon as he heard he was 750k in debt, he went off himself, in the same way that he smiles in your face and he'll switch on you, when his back is against the wall. This is how this man is. He's freaking bipolar, man. And you can see, their nature here. Look at this. Straight Edomite. Outside, I don't know. That's not funny, but now this woman, that's so disgusting, man. Want this one too, she says. I don't know whether or not she's a chick, but she's extremely dignified. If that was me, I would have bitch slapped her. Look at this woman. Look at this demon. Like, she ain't done enough. Ugh, God. And as it says here, these people can have dementia. Esau can have dementia and still remember they don't like black people. Because what did he say? Even when his dad was on his deathbed, he wanted to slay him. And he talks about, he having a perpetual hatred for Jake. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then I will slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau, her older son, were told to Rebekah. She basically told Jake to get out of there, because this is how this man thinks. Even at their worst, they still have that perpetual hatred for you. Now, he can be on his deathbed, and you could be his nurse as a Jake, and a man still hates you even though you're keeping him alive. His hate for you is perpetual. We say he will have a perpetual hatred. Let's see if we can. That's not even how you spell perpetual. Because this is how this man really feels about you, you know. And you can see from the fact that he'll kill himself over a little debt. Jake probably has been more debt than that, and Jake will go out, you know, smoke some weed, you know, hit a woman, and he'll be alright. He kills himself over it. Ezekiel 35, 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in that time that their iniquity had an end. Let's read this. Let's see if we can go back. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, power Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Because these people, you know, they never had a problem with slaying Drake. So the Lord's like, you know, you don't have a problem slaying other people. I'm going to slay you. And this is how this man acts, you know, when he's on top. Look how disrespectful this man is. A white African woman chooses a white man over African man. We give more respect. We support our girls. We are loyal. We have more responsibility. And we show them the world. Here it is, you know, they're in Africa killing off the Jakes there, and you know, the Hamites there and the Canaanites there, and he's talking about we give more respect, we are loyal. This man will lay down with a dog. You have more responsibility because it's your world, but he's not gonna put that in context. He's just gonna go around boasting, this damn bald head Edomite with tattoos all over himself, acting as if he's somebody. So this is how this man is. You know, he exalts himself, and as the Lord said, you know, if you exalt yourself, you know, I will humble you. And the Lord is going to humble these people. This is Psalms 137:7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. You said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So when these people start going down, no one's gonna feel any way, you know, about that seeing this guy here killing himself. I don't feel no way about that, man. Because then you see this, and then you see this boastful man who, you know, who basically stands over you, towering over you, glean over you, like he's done something spectacular with his rule. These times he's just destroying the earth. Psalms 37:35. I've seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. And yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold, upright, for the end of that man is peace, and the end of is death. But the transgressors, shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. So that's ultimately what he's gonna get. You know, he's gonna exalt himself, but when the Lord comes back, he's gonna slice this man down like a tree, and he's not gonna have anywhere to hide. You know, he's gonna try and hide himself on the rocks. He says, you know, hide us from he who sitteth on the throne. But it's not gonna work when these fishers turn into hunters. Because ultimately Jake's foundation is spiritual, and this man's foundation is based on you know, money, materialism. He doesn't have a spiritual foundation. His foundation is based on money. So when that's taken from him, the first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna want to kill himself, because that's how he exalts himself, and that's how he validates himself, through what he's gained through the world. But Jake don't even have that, and Jake has a stronger spirit than him. You know, here it is, Jake don't have nothing, and Jake is still emotionally stronger than which just shows you that these people are weak. Psalms 55:22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. This is 1 Peter 5:7. Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. I'm going to read Isaiah 41:10 here. Fear not, For I am with thee, be not dismayed, for I am thy power, I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. These scriptures, are power. I'm after we look up on more. Come on to me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Philippians 4:6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto Yahweh. This 1 Peter 5:6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time. So, that's pretty much it. It's 1 Corinthians 3:12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation of gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. So when the Lord comes back with fire and he tries he's gonna be found wanting, which is why these people did their little, were they playing, what was that thing that they're doing? I can't remember the name of it, but these people like to play the little science fiction stuff and playing with different energies and that sort of stuff. And it's a tackle that have been found wanting, which is what happened in the original Babylon. So which just shows you that the Lord is getting ready to turn on this empire, and this man who you saw in the first story, he's gonna crumble under the pressure. He's not built for this, because his foundation is hay and stubble. This is where it says the house of Ephraim shall be a stubble. Let me get that quick. I can't pull up scriptures like a lot of the elders, but I can use a few keywords and get them sometimes. This is Obadiah 1:18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken it. So this man's foundation is pretty much hay, and he's about to get blown out. This is Matthew 7:24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. So this is what's going to happen to E. He's built his house with hay upon the sand, and when the Lord comes, because he has this book, he has these laws, but he chooses not to live by them. He chooses, as Jake says in the world, you woke up and you chose violence. This is what Esau does every morning. Because he doesn't go to sleep until he comes up with some wicked plan to make Jake go off and sin, so he can try and exalt himself above the children of Israel. But ultimately, when the Lord comes back, he's gonna crumble him. And we know these people can't stand up to pressure, because the little pressure that they do receive, they just go and they kill themselves. Jake been through way worse than that, and Jake is still alive and kicking. So it just shows you that these people are not built for adversity. They are the weaker people. It says one people shall be stronger than another, and he's weak. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule well. Shalom to the elect.